What's up, guys? It's your favorite mums here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So I don't even know what day we're up to. I don't even know what tip we're up to, but let's just get straight into it, guys. So this is going to be a really easy video, quick tip. I'm not going to have any, fancy graphs and stuff to show you guys today because this one's a little bit hard to show you graphs in terms of peak prices and low prices. But basically, I want to talk about OTW trading, all right? So trading with the ones to watch cards. Now, we talked about in a previous video about the gold cards. So investing in gold cards when the OTWs come out because their gold cards go out of packs. So that's obviously one way of using OTWs to invest around. But this is how to use them throughout the year. So weekly investing with OTWs throughout the year. Now, if you guys don't know what the OTW promo is, it's pretty simple. Basically, they're live cards, all right? So based on how their player performs in real life, they have a chance to get an upgrade. So basically, cards that have been transferred that year will get an OTW, like some of them. So you might see a Werner or a Havertz this year. If Thiago ends up coming to Liverpool, please, we might see a Thiago, etc., right? So all the cards that have gone over. Obviously, I know Chelsea has had a lot of transfers. I'm pretty sure you can only have, I think, max of 2 from a club though. So, likely from there, you're probably gonna see Werner and Havertz, probably the most likely to. But I guess you never know. Anyways, based on how they play in real life, they then get upgrades. So if Werner goes out for Chelsea, scores 2 goals, and he gets a team of the week, and he gets upgraded in a team of the week, his OTW matches his team of the week card. So if you've got an 85 Werner there, OTW, he gets a inform, so he goes from an 85 to an 86, and his stats get boosted. Your OTW will also get boosted to an 86 rated, and his stats will also get boosted the exact same as team of the week. And that keeps happening as many team of the weeks as he gets, or as many special cards, right? So that's basically how OTWs work. Now, because they're live items and they work like this, there's a couple ways. There's an easy way you can invest in these cards, right? Week on week. So basically, it's pretty, obvious that as you get closer to game day, the OTWs go up. Now, in terms of the cheapest time to buy these cards, usually straight after a game if your player has done nothing. So, for instance, a lot of people like to gamble with these cards. They buy them prior to the game. They hope that the player's going to score a goal or do something in the game. And when they don't, they go and sell because obviously the card's not going to go up if the card did nothing. So they go and sell it. So usually you see an influx of people selling the cards, the day after or not long after the game. All right, within, 24 hours after the game has been played, if your player did nothing. So, for instance, if Werner, if you're investing in a Werner, it's a Saturday night, for me anyways, that's when the games are. Werner does nothing, doesn't score a goal in the game or anything like that. Within 24 hours after that game, usually his price will drop and he'll hit a low point, all right? Obviously, as well, there's not that much supply of these cards. They are special cards, so you can normally get really good deals on bids as well. I wouldn't just buy the first one you can get. But that's when he's normally at the cheapest. Then during the week, these cards will usually slowly rise into the weekend again for their next game, right? And then they're normally at their highest once teams are announced. So once teams are announced the hour before the game and people can see, okay, Werner is starting in the game. He's starting at striker. That's when the prices normally go up to the highest because that's when people start jumping on, thinking, okay, he's starting, he might score, rah. That's when I would sell. All right, so that's safe investment. If you want to gamble, you can gamble with it, which is what a lot of people do, because if you hold into the game and Werner scores a goal, you're going to see a very big rise, a nice rise. If he scores 2 goals, which is just about guaranteeing him a team of the week, you're going to see an even bigger rise. But then once again, if he does nothing, he's going to drop. So, it's a gamble. You can hold him and hope he scores, but if he doesn't, then you can lose money, I guess, or, you can go back and might just lose tax if you got him cheap. So you can gamble with it if you want. I recommend selling in the hype. Once team come out, the price is nice and high, sell. Or even sometimes before teams, if lots of people are jumping on then and the price safe. Just once the price is high, a day or so before the day of, I would be selling to make sure you get your money. Now, a good way to monitor OTWs, guys, and what I like to do is sometimes I just watch for the first week or 2. Okay, so what you want to do is see with trading, there's a lot of like watching the market and understanding where prices go. So then you can use that to your advantage, right? So even having a notebook or writing it down on your computer on Word. For instance, have a look at the OTWs for the first 2 weeks. Note down, where their lowest prices are at. So note down, like on a Sunday after they do nothing, what's the lowest price these cards hit? You see these cards hit. Write down what you see. What is the highest price these cards hit? So on game day, what price are these cards hitting? And then have a look at the average difference between them, between the low price and the high price. If you see a card, for instance, a Werner, and you see regularly, his low price is 150k, his high price is 180k, that's a 30k difference, and you're seeing that happen regularly, it shows you, okay, that's a good one to jump on because there's a large difference. While some of them might only, the low point might be 50k and the high point might be 54k, and it's like, well, what's the point? You might make a little bit of money, you might make 1,000 coins, but you're not making much, right? So I like to monitor for the first couple weeks, first 2-3 weeks, see, what the low point of these cards are, and I'll make a list of all the OTWs, and I'll write down all their low points I'm seeing, write down their high points, and then kind of the difference between the two on average. So if that's happening, was that a one-off where that card went up 30k in the hype? Or is that is it going up 20, 30k every week for the last 3 weeks, right? And I monitor that, and that gives me a good judge. And this is something you can do every week. I've done this in previous FIFAs where I do it every single week where, like I said, it's not my only investment. I invest in a lot of things, but come Saturday night, a player does nothing, I'll just go pick up a couple. Pick up even one. Pick up one of each that do crap, throw them in my club. Leave them there. Wait till the next week and just sell them off. Like I said, you'd like to have your fingers in a lot of pies. Especially if you've got a lot of money. Maybe if you've only got 50k, there's other things you want to do. But if you're sitting like someone like me who trades, I could be sitting on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 million coins just sitting there. So, I'll go put, 500,000 into this, 1 million into this, 4 million into that, 500,000 into this, and kind of have my fingers in different pies. So that's what I would recommend doing as well. So yeah, definitely really write them down. Things I would be careful for, guys, is international weeks. Obviously, we know in the soccer, football, if you're in, sorry guys, I'm in Australia, so we call it soccer. There is international weeks where there's a week off. So you don't want to go buying a card before international week because then you're going to have to wait 2 weeks before that card is probably going to see a rise again. All right, so you want to be careful there. Also, being aware of matches. Some cards are going to rise higher if they've got a really, really good matchup. For instance, if Werner, sorry guys, I'm using Werner a lot. It's just I think he'll definitely get one, so it's just an example I'm using. If Werner is versing Liverpool that week, you might not see the rise be super, super high because people might think, he'll probably still rise, but people might think, oh, well, he's probably not going to do much. He's versing a hard team. He's versing a Liverpool. He's versing a Man City. But then on the other hand, if he's versing a Leeds or a Fulham or a bottom team or a lower, I'm not going to say bottom because I think Leeds will actually do well this year. But like a low team where there's a good chance, okay, he's starting at striker, he's versing a Fulham, he should be able to score. You might see his price rise up a lot higher because a lot of people are jumping on that gamble. So also be aware of that. Know when there's good weeks coming up and when there's bad weeks coming up because they're the good weeks where they're versing a bad team, an easy team, could be the weeks where you see larger increases and stuff like that, all right? So, yeah, that's basically it, man. That's the video, guys. Like I said, it's hard to show you guys graphs on this because I had a look at a few, but because Footbin gives you, or all the sites give you averages of the day, it's kind of hard to pinpoint the minimums and the maximums. Because, the maximums isn't really a day thing where he hits a price and he stays there for the entire day. He kind of spikes up an hour before the game starts. So it's kind of like, you got to be ready to sell then. So that's why I just thought I'd explain it. But yeah, very easy tip, guys. Easy way to make money and something you can do on the regular. If this video helps you out, guys, chuck a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, come check out the stream. Right now we're just playing NBA, as you can see in the corner there. I'm playing that a lot at the moment. But obviously with FIFA coming up soon, I think we're going to start back on the FIFA streams in probably a week. So in about 7 days, about a week prior to the web app coming out, we'll probably start regular streams on the on FIFA, just on FIFA 20 probably, and looking at the ratings and doing some squad builders with all the cool players and looking at all the meta players and stuff like that, because the database should be out by then. The demo will be coming out, so playing a little bit of that. And then, obviously, once the web app comes out on the 30th, it'll be all guns blazing. Yeah, appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, man. Hopefully it helps you out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.